The Galactic Survey Fleet arrived at the edge of the Sol system with high alert. Earth was marked as a death world. High gravity, violent weather, a long history of war. According to galactic logic, such a planet should still be dangerous, loud, and unstable. But Earth was none of those things. There were no defense fleets in orbit, no energy shields around the planet, no warning signals. Satellites moved calmly, following neat paths. Cities below glowed softly in the dark, peaceful and organized. The alien commanders felt uneasy. Their scanners showed something strange. Earth had the scars of extreme violence, craters, radiation traces, extinct ecosystems. But all of it was old, very old, too old. "This world should still be fighting itself," one officer said. "But it is not," another replied. "There is no active threat." That made it worse. Death worlds never became calm without reason. The Galactic Council ordered first contact immediately. A single human ship approached the station. No weapons were visible. No escort followed it. The ship docked quietly, as if it had nothing to fear. When the humans stepped into the council chamber, the aliens were surprised. He was unarmed, no armor, no guards. His movements were slow and relaxed. He looked comfortable. The council speaker studied him closely. "Human," the council said, "your planet has a violent history, yet now it appears peaceful." The human listened without emotion. The speaker continued, "We need to understand, when did Earth become safe?" The room went silent. The human did not answer right away. He looked around the chamber, at the many species watching him with cautious eyes. Then he glanced at the hologram of Earth floating in the center of the room. Peaceful, blue, quiet. The human took a slow breath. "Safe?" he repeated softly. Some of the aliens shifted in their seats. The word sounded wrong when he said it. The human finally spoke again, his voice calm and steady. "It depends," he said, "on what you think safety means." The council waited. Outside the station, Earth continued to spin silently, giving no hint of its past. And in that moment, the galaxy did not yet realize it had just asked the most dangerous question possible. The human stood silently while the council waited. No one spoke. The question hung in the air, heavy and uncomfortable. The word "safe" echoed in the minds of every alien in the chamber. Finally, the human moved. He walked closer to the hologram of Earth and looked at it for a long moment. His face showed no pride, no anger, only memory. "You want to know when Earth became safe," he said calmly. The council speaker nodded. "Yes, your world no longer shows danger signs. That is unusual." The human turned back to them. "Tell me something first," he said. "What do you know about Earth?" Several aliens spoke at once. They mentioned wars, nuclear weapons, pollution, rising oceans. They spoke of a species that almost destroyed itself. The human listened patiently. "When we were young," he said, "we did almost destroy ourselves. That part is true." Some aliens relaxed, thinking they understood. But then the human continued. "What you do not know," he said, "is what came next." The lights in the chamber dimmed as the human activated a data display. Ancient records appeared, images pulled from deep human history. Cities in ruin, skies on fire, creatures that did not appear in any known database. "These are not animals," he said, and they were not alone. The alien analysts began scanning the data. Their bodies stiffened as they realized the patterns were not random. "These events are missing from galactic records," one scientist whispered. "They are missing on purpose," the human replied. The council speaker narrowed his eyes. "You hid wars?" "No," the human said. "We finished them." The room grew cold. The human explained that when humanity faced extinction, something changed. Humans stopped arguing, stopped dividing. Survival became the only law. Anything that threatened Earth, no matter where it came from, was studied, tracked, and eliminated. Quietly, slowly, completely. "We did not ask the galaxy for help," the human said, "and we did not warn it either." One alien finally spoke, fear clear in its voice. "Then, what threats remain on Earth?" The human met its gaze. "None," he answered. The silence that followed was deeper than before. For the first time, the galaxy understood the mistake it had made. Earth was not peaceful because it was weak. Earth was peaceful because the question had already been answered long ago. The council chamber felt smaller than before. After the human's words, no one spoke for several long seconds. The hologram of Earth rotated slowly, calm and blue, hiding secrets beneath its surface. At the council speaker's signal, the analysts began a deeper scan. This time, they did not look at the present. They looked at the past. The data showed broken timelines, entire species appearing suddenly, then vanishing completely. Apex predators with no known weaknesses, intelligence patterns that rivaled advanced civilizations. Then, nothing. "These extinction events," an alien scientist said carefully, "they do not match natural disasters." The human nodded once. "Because they were not natural," he said. Images filled the chamber, shadows moving through ruined cities, massive shapes beneath oceans, structures buried deep underground, older than human history. "These beings ruled Earth before us," the human explained. "Some were born here, some came from the stars." The aliens felt fear rise inside them. Death worlds were dangerous, but this was different. This planet had been a battlefield for gods. One analyst pointed at a massive empty gap in the biological record. What destroyed them? The human answered without hesitation. "We did." Gasps echoed through the chamber. The human spoke simply, without pride. Humans learned by failing. They lost cities. They lost billions. Each loss made them smarter, faster, harder. They studied their enemies. They waited. They adapted. And when the moment came, they ended the threat. Every time. These beings were stronger than us, smarter than us, but they underestimated one thing. The aliens waited, afraid of the answer. "Our patience," he said. The data showed final battles, no grand victories, no celebrations, just silence after. One alien whispered from a side, "Why does the galaxy not know this?" The human looked at the hologram of Earth again. "Because we buried it," he said, "and because no one asked." The council realized something terrible. Earth was not just a home, it was a grave. The things that once ruled it were gone so completely that even history had forgotten them. And suddenly, the galaxy understood the true meaning of Earth's peace. Nothing dangerous was left alive. After the scans ended, the council chamber remained silent. The aliens no longer looked at Earth as a simple world. They looked at it as something else, something dangerous. The council speaker finally spoke. If all this is true, they said slowly, then what is humanity's place in the galaxy? The human did not answer right away. He reached out and changed the display. The image of Earth faded. New images appeared, dark regions of space, broken systems, empty orbits where something once existed. These places were not destroyed by accident, the human said. They were cleaned. The word made several aliens uncomfortable. Humans are not conquerors, he continued. We do not build empires. We do not rule others. The council waited. Our role, the human said, is simpler. He showed records of threats moving through space, machines that consumed stars, creatures that spread like disease, intelligences that erased life without thought. Some dangers cannot be reasoned with, some cannot be allowed to grow. The aliens understood now. Humanity had not stayed hidden because it was weak. It stayed quiet because it was working. When something threatens balance, the human said, it eventually meets us. One alien asked, voice shaking, and what happens then? The human's answer was calm. It ends. There was no anger in his tone, no pride, just certainty. The council speaker realized the truth at that moment. Humans were not soldiers standing at the front of the galaxy. They were standing behind it, watching, waiting, cleaning what others could not face. You erase yourselves from the records, the speaker said. Yes, the human replied, because fear causes panic. Panic creates monsters. The chamber felt colder. Humanity had chosen anonymity not for safety, but for control. The human made one final adjustment to the display. A simple line appeared. Threats neutralized, countless. No dates, no names, no locations, just results. The council understood now why Earth had no defenses. Nothing was left that could challenge it. The human stepped back from the display. We do not need the galaxy to thank us, he said. We only ask that you do not become something we must stop. No one argued, because now they knew the truth. Humans were not the shield of the galaxy. They were its final answer.
The meeting with the human ended quietly. No threats were spoken, no weapons were shown, yet the damage was already done. Within hours, sealed reports left the council station. Within days, fear traveled faster than any ship. Across the galaxy, leaders read the same words again and again. Earth is peaceful because nothing strong enough remains. Trade fleets began to change their routes. Ships that once passed near the Sol system now traveled far around it. Ancient powers went silent. Old empires paused their expansion without explanation. Some civilizations erased Earth from their maps. Others watched it closely, afraid to look away. On distant worlds, military councils argued late into the night. Should they prepare defenses? Should they hide? Should they strike first? But every plan ended the same way. No one could find a weakness. Human ships did not patrol borders. They did not threaten neighbors. They did not demand tribute. Humanity behaved like a species with nothing to prove. That scared the galaxy more than any fleet. A high-ranking alien commander spoke during an emergency council. They do not act like conquerors, he said. They act like survivors. The word spread quickly. Old legends began to surface. Stories of monsters that entered human space and never returned. Signals that ended mid-transmission. Entire systems that went dark after challenging Earth.
At first, these were dismissed as myths. Now they felt like warnings. Some species destroyed forbidden weapons, afraid humans might notice them. Others shut down experiments that could be seen as dangerous. The galaxy began to police itself, not because humans ordered it, but because humans existed. Back on the council station, the speaker reviewed the final question. It had not been voted on yet. Should Earth be monitored or avoided forever? Before the decision could be made, a message arrived from the human diplomat. It was short. Earth does not seek conflict. Earth does not hunt the galaxy. But if something threatens its home, Earth responds. The speaker closed the message slowly. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy felt small. And in that growing silence between the stars, fear settled in, not of war, but of being noticed. The council chamber slowly returned to normal. Lights brightened, screens shut down, but the feeling in the room did not fade. The truth they had learned was too heavy to ignore. The human diplomat prepared to leave. No guards followed him. No one tried to stop him. As he walked toward the exit, the alien who had first asked the question finally spoke. "If Earth is so dangerous," the alien asked carefully, "why does it look so peaceful now?" The human stopped. He turned back once, his face calm, his eyes steady. Because peace is what remains. The human explained that Earth was not calm by accident. It was calm because humans had paid the price for it. Every war, every loss, every extinction had carved a lesson into them. Humans learned to watch quietly, to wait, to act only when there was no other choice. That was why Earth did not threaten the stars. That was why it did not build walls. Earth had nothing to fear. The human left the chamber without another word. After he was gone, the council sat in silence. No one rushed to speak. No one wanted to be the first to break it. The speaker finally recorded the official conclusion. Earth is not aggressive. Earth is not weak. Earth is complete. Across the galaxy, the reaction was immediate. Explorers marked the Sol system as neutral ground. Militaries set new rules: avoid Earth, do not provoke, do not test. Older civilizations passed down a simple warning to their children. If you find a quiet world, leave it alone. Because quiet did not mean empty. Back on Earth, life continued as it always had. People walked streets, children played, oceans moved with the tides. No monuments marked the battles that had saved the planet. No songs praised the victories. Earth did not celebrate survival. It simply lived. And that was why Earth would always be peaceful. Not because humans were gentle, but because nothing left in the universe was foolish enough to challenge them again.